Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Wolf, and I'm casting a game between TarotFlame and his opponent, whose name I've already tried to pronounce once, Ydirel. Now, I am having a little bit of lag problems between Protoss versus Protoss. As you may notice, there's not very much sound going on, and there's no music, but I don't know why that is. Maybe you guys can, if you listen carefully, you can hear the probes working. So I told my overlay, because like I said, you guys can't see the number up there. I need to see it's red if I'm casting, because I'm getting sick of casting the same game. That's kind of loud. Let's just turn it back down. There we go. That's better. That's better. I need to see if it's red, so now I have it set to update every once per second. For some reason, my PvP and PvX games are really starting to lag, and so I turned off all secondary things. Hopefully it will stay a little bit better. It may lag a little bit. Let's see about it. However, let's talk turkey. You're like, what stupid expression? That's stupid. I know you guys. Look, Mom, I have IP. You can watch this. Well, that's not really high, like 100. So you guys know Christmas is around the corner, and Icefang always could love a new computer. However, not asking you for it. I have intentions to move in the not too far off future, so I intend to have a new good computer next year, next Christmas, because I have no money I can really devote to it. And so I'm going to start the Icefang computer funds, which I'll put family money into, and like a little bit of savings every once in a while, and if I get any donations, I'll put it in there. And then once I get to about 1,000, or whatever's in there, plus whatever I need to get to about 1,000, I'll be making a computer. And the computer is going to be designed to go on ultra settings and be able to run, pretty much everything. Plus, if I get this computer I'm looking for, I'll be interested in getting a stream setup. Let's turn that off. A stream setup, so well, the donations page probably won't be around soon, because I really don't want to. I feel bad asking for them. I don't feel like I don't really want to ask for them, I just, yeah, so. Anyway, the important thing we're going to be talking about at the beginning of this game, when we watch the standard boring stuff, like, here are the 13 gateway guys, did you know that? And then here's like a 19 cyber core, or whatever. That sounds really late, but whatever. And see, they're both opening like the exact same. Watch. Look at that. There's a difference of like seconds. 2 seconds maybe. They're about the same thing. We're going to talk about the words that Icefang says. And now, I know I have said macro fail and micro fail. I think I found a new one though. A critical moment, I think is what I say. I think I got that one from Star Wars too. If you remember Kreia from Knights of the Republic 2, and she'd be like, a critical moment approaches, and then, she'd get her, spoiler, get her hand cut off. If you guys haven't played Knights of the Old Republic 2, probably should do that. But play number 1 first. That one's story is amazing. Going for early stalker to stop the scouting, which means interesting tech. I think this is between 2 diamond level players, if I remember right. And it's also kind of cool, because it's going to show everybody some of the crazy things I talk about, like Void Race, Void Race, and +1 charge attack, and how effective it can be. And so currently, Protoss players' second gateway is delayed a little bit over his opponent. No, it's not. They're almost exactly the same. However, this Protoss player, second gas, third gateway, pass off. It's kind of mean. This guy's second gas is already up. So, expecting a more tech-heavy build on this side. He's also macro failing with his chrono boost. And now I have to sneeze, but I'm going to hold up my mute button here, guys, and which makes me not sneeze. Okay, so it doesn't work every time. Whatever, guys. You just have to listen to that little beep, beep. So we got 3 here. I don't know which one sent me this replay. I'm not sure. Whoever goes for the cool strats, we know it's my guy. Stargate, haha. Sounds like me, doing crazy things. Dude, what's he doing? He's going crazy. Anyway, I needed to stretch my vocal cords. I haven't casted in a little while. I just hung out with my friend's dog. I love dogs. You guys know I'm a wolf. I'm kind of allergic to dogs a little bit. That's why I sneezed. So, yeah. But you guys, for some reason, like listening to my casts, and so, like, some kind of weird, sick carnival guy, I'm going to keep torturing you with my replays. You're like, this is the best feeling in the world. Like the 1300s, 1350-ish, I think. 1364 probably around there. The flaggers, people that would whip themselves because they were punishing themselves for their sins during the Black Plague because they thought the Black Plague was the wrath of God, which also costs 4 mana, is only available to white. But however, we do have an engagement going on here. There's a lot more zealots for Mr. Yellow, and unfortunately not A-clicking might cost him 2 units, which is very bad. Damn, those stalkers are horrible units, as I've been reading now. And now TarotFlame's got to be on the D here. He's going to warp in 2 sentries. The force fields are very important. Please kill him. Oh, no, they're sneaking through. He's going to get a couple kills here, though. He's going to probably get the zealot. If he doesn't get the zealot, that's a really big miss there. He needs to grab the zealot. I love how that guy's running around like, you guys can't catch me. And the sentry's like, nah. He has enough for 1 more force field right now. Oh, no, he isn't both, so currently it's what you see is what you get. He also has a Void Ray out. Now, this is very interesting because Stalkers are supposed to be pretty good against Void Rays, and Void Rays are pretty good against Stalkers. It's all about the defense. Now, Mr. TarotFlame, who I think is the one we'll be rooting for. Guys, root for him, he's cooler. Mr. TarotFlame, and he's getting a Forge. This guy's man of my style. Void Ray is good against the armored Stalker. I'm pointing, because every time I say word, the armored Stalker, but he needs to be protected because there's still a glass cannon. There, my brain stopped. I'm just going to say why. I'm giving up. Ydirel? Ydirel is going for not enough zealots. That's what they're called, zealots. And so, right now he really needs to back up Mr. Flame. Keep that flame burning, i.e. shields. Make sure you keep your flames burning. And you actually need to let these stalkers move up your ramp and then get a concave on them, because you only have 2 units that can really take advantage of them staying down there. So now that they're moving up, you're able to get a better surround on the units and laugh at the Guardian Shield. You're like, LOL. Now, you're currently very far behind, but if you micro these Void Rays well enough against these stalkers, it'll do better. And that's kind of what I'm talking about there. You don't want to fight in your own choke, so this pylon's actually kind of bad here. If you just let him move up, there you go. Now that he's able to move up, you're able to kind of surround his units better, although his force fields were good. They kind of pushed his units into a bad spot too, so looks like the Void Ray, they both about died. He focus fired them, which is kind of like an old trick. It's kind of like, it's just what people are used to. They're like, Void Ray, infinity power, must focus fire. And so now we got Mr. Every time I'm like, now we have Mr. Yeah, duh. Backing up. 1 for 3 gate and a robotics, just for the observer, I'm guessing. I don't see one though, so maybe he's macro failing. Let's take a look at the minerals. You guys are, yeah, he's not macro failing that bad. I mean, his minerals aren't like 0, so he is, but whatever. He did expand while pushing, which is wise. Going for 5, 6 gateways, robotics, and Twilight may have a little difficulty. Engagement going on here. Oh, unfortunately he lost the Void Ray, but the Void Ray did do a lot of damage, and these stalkers could take out these zealots could take out these stalkers easy, but the stalkers are able to kite them. So without the force fields to, you know, force them to stay here, currently they're kind of in a back and forth moment. The yellow guy's just gotta, Mr. Flame has gotta just back up, and he's going for an upgrade right now, +1 weapons. So and he's also going for a Twilight Council, the charge he needs. How important. Right now the Void Ray could actually do a lot of damage though at the home. If you notice, he's warping in all units to the opponent's base, and there's nothing that can be made from the robotics facility. Now, of course, he can just warp in a fresh resupply of units to protect him, but in that time, you could get a lot of probe kills and then back up. 3 more. Yes, force field. The most annoying and stupid thing about the game. I'm gonna see if I got a second in here to rant to you guys. Honestly, what race should need an indestructible permanent barrier to stay in the game? It's like, get High Templar and Colossus, problem Protoss Fags, and then you're like, nope, I got Force Field, problem Terran Fags. It's stupid. Like, this should be removed from the game. Force Field, or at least make all ramps too large for a single Force Field. It would actually make the game better, I think, if they did that, and then made Protoss Gateway units a little more sturdy. We have most of the Gateway units as like the stronger units, except for LOL, we're just kidding, they're not really good. They just kind of die to everything. You know, mass roaches, mass marauders, it's all good, man. And so he's going for +1 charge and Void Rays, which is kind of interesting. He's able to buy all this because he's got a very well-diverse army. And unfortunately, massing up stalkers, you know, once you have a ball of them, they're kind of more deadly than the Void, not the Void Rays, the dang it. I'm sorry, guys. I just can't remember the word zealot today. I'm like, hey, guys, you know what the most basic you ever heard of this? And this is going to really bite him if he doesn't change this. He's actually doing a pretty good job with that, and he's also choosing blink. So now, guys, we're going to see the Stalker versus the Zealot. We know who wins this. Smaller, medium fights, the Zealot. And bigger fights, the Stalker. And army composition, FTW. You guys. Screw you and your one-unit things. Not too much of a timing push, but I enjoy this guy. He's just like, let me in. And as soon as blink is done, he could get in there. He's like, time to blink. Oh, nice. Actually messing with the army there. They can blink, but that actually puts them in a worse position.